Mike Callahan, take number 2, on the road, hitting the road, going to California for our first live regional training event, and going to be talking about the 3 main things you have set up in your CRM, your customer relationship management software, and your business for success. As I'm sitting at the airport, absolutely stoked to get back out on the road and share some knowledge. But the things we're talking about this morning is we want to go in and set up a production rate-based estimating system in your business. That is going to be key number 1 for success right now, because all the costs of labor and materials have gone up. We need to have an accurate and basically precise estimating system. So if you don't have a production rate-based estimating system yet based on square footage, linear feet, or number of units, we want to start from the foundations. We're going to base it on the number of minutes or hours you think that it's going to take with a minimum time. Now the secret behind this is once we have that, we're going to put a custom field or variable behind it. So turf square footage, home square footage, whatever that is, and we should be clocking in and out of a mobile device in our software and be able to run reports. So once we have a good statistical mean over the next 3 to 6 months, we'll be able to see how long it takes our guys and girls with our equipment to actually do that job. Then that minutes or hourly based production rate that we're going in based on your experience in your head is going to become a non-emotional piece that basically you can measure online or plug in the home square footage and it spits out a price. Now the key to this behind either the time-based or the production rate-based system is we need to know what it costs us per hour to operate before we make a profit. So if we're charging $50 an hour and it's costing us $30, the difference is our $30 an hour net, or actually $20 net, 50 from the 30 is our $20 net profit. That's our bottom line net profit. But we need to have in that production rate-based estimating a pricing table or matrices. So we need to know what we're charging per hour, what it costs us hour to operate before profit, and a budgeted time. These 3 pieces in that production rate-based estimating will be essential to be able to go out and drive executable, profitable estimates to cover our labor and the rising costs of materials. Now the second step around that is going to be the second main thing that I'm looking for is reporting and transparency to my employees. So we want to be able to take all that data and run a job costing report and see where we're making money and losing money. So if our goal once again is $50 an hour, anything below that 50, I want to be able to non-emotionally raise that price up to the penny to hit our hourly goal. And if we're not hitting it, we want to get rid of that customer. Material costs such as fertilizing and labor are through the roof. So we need to be able to have that accurate estimating system and job costing system behind the scenes that's fully automated with good data in, good data out. And in a lot of cases, I see no data in, no data out. So we're going to be talking about that at our regional event before QDS in California here coming up as I'm waiting for my plane to board. So those are going to be the main things we're looking at. Now the final thing that we really want to look at is budgeting. And I recommend to use QuickBooks. So your CRM, such as Service Autopilot, is going to be your scheduling, billing, job costing. The second piece is QuickBooks. Whether it's synced or not, doesn't matter. But we want to go in. The season's still early enough right now that we need to create a budget. Now, I'm going to ask a question here and make a comment below. Do you have a budget in QuickBooks that you can look at on a weekly basis and a hero basis to see where you're at and make course corrections? Most service businesses do not. In the early years, I did not, but this will be a liberating thing that will allow you to make course corrections in your business. So I highly recommend setting up a budget in QuickBooks and be able to run a budget versus actual report under the reporting section. And this may sound crazy, but most service businesses wait at least at the end of the month, if not several months at the end of the year, to reconcile their QuickBooks account or their checking account. I'm recommending you reconcile that QuickBooks once a week and be able to run that budget. So Scott, love it, brother. I figured you might. I saw you popping up here. Hopefully maybe I'll see you in California here coming up. But we want to make sure that budget in QuickBooks is accurate and we're creating accountability, and at least for our office and management staff, we're sharing that with them, some of an open book policy for we have transparency. So once again, we are going in and hitting those big 3 things this year. That's going to move the needle, but we need to be able to raise those prices and make sure we're making money, especially with the fluctuating costs that we're having in our business. So hoping to see you guys in San Diego here in another day. Chad Rains of the SimpleGrowth team, myself, will be there, and we're going to have an 8-hour free event starting at 9 a.m. in the main boardroom at Humphreys Seaside Inn in San Diego. We're going to be breaking down what you need to have in your CRM, Service Autopilot, hosted by SimpleGrowth and sponsored by Service Autopilot. But we're going to be going live 8 hours of just literally breaking down from lead acquisition to estimating, scheduling, billing, fulfillment, reporting, automations, and a whole lot more. I've got about 6 hours of content planned myself, and Chad is going to be going in for a few hours and dropping some knowledge as he always does. So we'll see you there. And if you're QDS and not making our event, I'm going to be going on stage 9 a.m. Friday, talking about high-level automations on multiple platforms such as Service Autopilot, Jobber, ZenMaid, Made Central, Aspire, and a few other good ones out there. So once again, SA regional event, Mike Callahan and the SimpleGrowth team going to be breaking it down for 8 hours, and then I'm going on the stage for the first time in about 2.5, 3 years here after COVID, bringing some knowledge with some new content. So we'll see you in San Diego in a short few hours.